Hey everyone, I want to share some important principles with you today about your financial planning and when it comes to one of the biggest decisions you'll make, which is buying your home. And there's a lot of details and nuances to how that's done, to do it smart and to make sure it fits in your big picture. So I brought in one of my trusted advisors, Marvin Hudson, here at Viewpoint Financial. How you doing today, Marvin?
I'm doing really well. Luke, how are you?
Great. Thanks for spending some time with me today.
Happy to.
So, first of all, just so our viewers know you a little bit, can you share a little bit about yourself and about your position at Viewpoint Financial?
Sure. Viewpoint Financial is a mortgage brokerage that's been around since 1991. I myself have been in the industry since 1984. So with that bit of experience that we have behind us, we're able to operate very well as a mortgage brokerage, advising clients and helping clients through the process of arranging home loans.
Nice. Well, seeing as you started when I was 3 years old, I'd say you have some decent experience in the industry. So, diving right into the content, I would like to ask you, first of all, would you say maybe the top 3 things that people need to prepare for when it comes to buying a home?
So what I find most often is that they are not necessarily fully prepared with regard to knowing what their budget is, how much they should plan on having as far as the mortgage payment goes. Also find that there are clients who don't necessarily know what their credit history is like. That full scope of credit score, monthly payments, outstanding balances, and credit history, payment history is
like they don't know how that impacts their lendability.
They don't know what it is. They often don't know what it is, and nor do they know how impactful it is on getting a home loan.
Okay. And then is there a third thing?
There is a third thing.
Okay.
Assets, generally. There's a strong misnomer out there that you need a heck of a lot of money to buy a home, and it's not necessarily true, but then again, you don't walk in with zero down. So there are situations where you can get down payment assistance, but you have to know what those qualifying parameters are. So people are not quite informed about that.
Got it. Okay, great. So to summarize, the top 3 things you would recommend getting advice on and paying attention to is your credit history, your credit score, knowing how that affects you and how to improve it. And then also number 2, your budget and how much you can afford and being realistic in that picture. And then lastly, understanding how much money it really takes to buy a home. Most people, they may be thinking, hey, I got to save for 3 years, 5 years or more to where I'll be in a position to buy a house. And you're telling me, well, that may not be the case. They might be able to, even for a year, prepare and be able to get into a home.
That's very true. It just depends on that person's situation, that couple's situation.
Awesome. Great 3 tips. Now, a bit on the other side of the coin, but the same kind of lines here. What would you say are the pitfalls people get caught up in?
Sort of a comical situation sometimes, but it's never funny, is that people will often, in preparation for occupying that new home, the anticipation of occupying it, they will buy the appliances necessary that they feel that they need to have going in. They will buy the furniture, they will buy the lawnmower, they'll start spending money before they actually need to, and oftentimes they'll finance that, and it can actually impact their total debt to income ratio. So they need some guidance in what to be doing first in that sort of sense.
So essentially, people get a little excited, they're eager to get into their home, and they start buying the furniture and the appliances and all these things, and now their debt-to-income ratio is thrown off, their credit might even have taken a little bit of a hit, and they could even blow their chance of buying that dream home they just had their eyes on.
That's very true.
Wow.
That's very true.
And then obviously, like you said, just knowing that the pros and cons of waiting longer to have a bigger down payment versus maybe pulling the trigger sooner, and understanding all the factors in that, because people have more options than they're aware of, sounds like.
That's exactly it.
Any last relevant points you want to mention?
To be honest with you, no, those are the highlights. Those are really the highlights.
Perfect. Well, thank you, Marvin. Appreciate you taking the time. And for all of you out there, I highly encourage you, if you don't have a good mortgage broker or someone like that in your life, you can get in touch with Viewpoint. I highly recommend them. Their service and expertise is second to none. But if you have someone, reach out to them well in advance of making your purchase so you can pre-plan to make that go as smoothly as possible and really get the best possible solution for what you're looking for. All right? So the next one, talk to you guys later.